It's time now for our digital life hacks tip, and every week we put one of these together for you. And this week it's about the top 10 digital myths. That's right. Yes, there was a time when you could tap the wrong button on a computer and erase its hard drive, but that was a very long time ago. Today's technology is pretty foolproof, but even as tech advances, well, some people just hang on to outdated tips that an IT person gave them years ago, or they follow advice that's just plain wrong. Well, call us, the digital myth busters. We've gathered 10 digital myths that you really have to stop believing. I mean, see how many you still think are true. And let's start with having too many apps open at the same time. I mean, people still believe that this is going to drain your battery life. Okay, let me tell you, having too many apps can affect your phone's memory, but not your battery life unless you keep shutting down and turning on the apps. So, what you want to do is just let your apps run in the background. It's not a bad thing for smartphones. As a matter of fact, Android warns that if you're constantly opening and closing apps, you can actually hurt your phone's performance and battery life. The same goes for your iPhone. Number two is staying undercover. Okay, almost all web browsers offer this private or incognito way to browse the internet, but how private are they? They block a few things from view: your search history, your autofill cookies. But here's the deal: even in incognito mode, your provider can still see certain things like your IP address, your location, local time, things like that. We've got tips on how to stay hidden. Number three, Macs don't get viruses. How many times have you heard that? All right, yes, they're Unix based, has built in security, but they're also much less common than Windows computers. So it doesn't guarantee that your Mac is safe. You do need some security software, and the numbers game between Macs and Windows is playing out between iPhones and Androids too. And recent numbers show up to 99% of all mobile malware is targeting Android devices. Next on our list is the next time you go through the airport X-ray and you put your gadget through there, some folks still believe that it's going to ruin the darn thing. All right, just put them in the plastic bin along with your shoes and stop holding up the line. Number five, we're talking about don't charge all night long, okay? They're not going to do that. It's also true for laptops. It's also not smart to keep them plugged in all the time. Batteries can overheat and possibly cause fires. It's a manufacturing problem, and don't tempt fate. Number six, a lot of people used to think that you should reboot your phone or your laptop or your computer every single day and shut it off every single night. Well, every time you power back up after a full shutdown, there's a power surge that jolts your hard drive, forces fans and components to spin. That could actually stress the components. Number seven, a lot of people think that all you need is a router. Should be enough. Not so much. You have to get into the advanced settings, NAT filtering, port filtering, service blocking. We've got the steps on how to do it. Eight is when you put in those security cameras and you think only you have access to them. Not so much, unless you set up all the security. We're talking about two-factor authentication and other settings. Anybody can actually tap into it. Number nine, you put anything in the trash, it's gone for good. No, it just sits in the trash. Even if you empty the trash, somebody can still get those files back. We've got ways that you can actually erase things for good. And number 10 is something that I've heard for many, many years. That what Apple does is that they release a new iOS so that this way it'll slow down your current iPhone, and that forces you to buy a new iPhone. Well, not so much. What happens is you have an older iPhone. You've been sitting there and it's been poking along. A new iOS version comes out and you put it on, and yeah, it's going to slow it down, but it's not force. It's just the progress of technology. Hey, thanks for watching. Now, a few things. Don't forget to click the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for more digital know-how, check out all these other great links.